Hi guys, what's up? It's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you another cooking video, a what I eat in a week during quarantine, because we are all in quarantine right now, and so we're going to the grocery store less, probably using a lot of canned food, less fresh food. So I thought this could help bring you guys some inspiration with some things that I've been cooking. So this is a full 7 days. Usually I'll do 5-day weeks, but this time we have a full 7-day week because I know you guys need that content and I'm here to deliver it. So if you like this video, I would love if you considered subscribing or clicking the notification bell if you want to be notified when what I eat in weeks go up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Without further ado, let's get on into it. Starting out with Monday, I had a slice of chocolate chip banana bread for breakfast because I love banana bread and I've been making it a lot. If you want the recipe I use, it'll be in the description box. It's a good one. For lunch, I just had some leftover pesto pasta with some vegan cheese and tomatoes on top. But then for dinner, I wanted to make a recipe from one of my favorite cookbooks. I have quite a collection of vegan cookbooks that I love. I can link some in the description box, but this one is called the Complete Vegan Cookbook. I made their red lentil lemon soup, which was super easy and delicious, a very hearty and bright, healthy soup. And it also used ingredients that I already had on hand. So it was 1 entire diced onion, 2 large diced carrots. Sweat those together till they're nice and translucent. Then I added in our rinsed red lentils, some turmeric, some cumin, a slice of lemon, and a ton of vegetable broth. I believe it was an entire container of vegetable broth and maybe like 1 cup of water. Then you just let it simmer and it smelled amazing. While the soup was cooking, I also poured myself a ginger beer with some lemon juice since I had all of those sliced lemons out already. And I also cooked up some barley to eat with the soup just to add a bit of a grain to it. And then once the soup is done simmering, you add in the 2 hefty tablespoons of lemon zest, and that is really the best part of this soup. It is so good, really different from other soups that I make. That's why I wanted to try out a new one. And it also freezes really well since it obviously created quite a bit of leftovers. Tuesday, I began my morning with a at-home chai latte with almond milk. I used a liquid chai concentrate and I just mix it 50-50 with the milk of choice. I'll link below the specific liquid chai that I use. You can also buy it at Whole Foods. Then I also had a half a slice of banana bread. I will eat it pretty much every single day if it's in the house until it's gone. And then for an early lunch, because I had a small breakfast, I made a veggie burger sandwich with these Dr. Praeger California veggie burgers. I used to eat these all the time in college when I first moved into an apartment and didn't really know how to cook. But I basically just put it on some toasted bread with some spicy mustard and arugula, and it makes for a great lunch. You can find veggie burgers frozen at every single grocery store, and you can eat them however, and they're the best. I forgot how much I loved them after I ate this. I ate another one this week, which you will see later. For dinner on Tuesday, I ended up ordering in actually because I got locked out of my apartment until like 8 p.m. and I was really stressed. So I got a delicious meal from Pura Vida here in Los Angeles. It is a vegan Italian food restaurant, probably my favorite restaurant, and I got their pomodoro bucatini with vegan meatballs and their amazing cashew ricotta, and it was just divine, so had to show you guys. Wednesday for breakfast, I made some avocado toast, an absolute classic, on some whole wheat sourdough bread, and I topped it with Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning, and also with some arugula, which I used to do a lot more often and I have gotten back into. And I topped it with a squeeze of lemon because I had these lemons that were fully zested in my fridge and I just felt like I needed to use them because they looked naked, they were completely zested. So in addition to putting some lemon on my avocado toast, I also made some hot lemon water to drink, which I normally am not super into, but it actually tastes pretty good, so had that as well. For lunch, I made some fried rice, starting out with the Trader Joe's cauliflower fried rice, but honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this. I just prefer the regular fried rice, but this is what we had in the freezer. Feel free to substitute whatever frozen fried rice you have on hand, or just some leftover rice and then throw your veggies in it. I also added some sesame oil, grated ginger, and soy sauce, which just kind of brings the flavors up. And then I also chopped up a block of pre-baked and seasoned tofu. You can find baked tofu where the tofu is at your grocery stores, and it's just a little bit more firm than other tofus. And then I basically just threw it all together in a bowl with some chopped up green onions, which I happen to have. I feel like I never have green onions when I need them, but this time I did, so that was lovely. Very hearty. The tofu keeps you full for a really long time. It's not just a bowl of veggies. Big thumbs up from me. Then I had an afternoon chai latte because the milk frother that I ordered in the mail arrived, and so I had to test it out, and I love my milk frother. It's my new favorite thing. It was $10, and it honestly just makes it taste a little bit more like you went to a cafe and not like you're making a subpar latte at home. So that's something that I've been enjoying. And then for dinner, I just had a bowl of the delicious golden lentil soup we made earlier in this video. Soup is my #1 friend during this quarantine. It's just really nice to have something that you can just scoop out and eat throughout the week. Thursday morning, I had my go-to breakfast of avocado toast on sourdough and a chai latte. For lunch, I ended up making one of my favorite things from this video, which was a kind of Greek salad-inspired salad. I say inspired because it doesn't have feta cheese. So I started out by cooking a cup of farro in vegetable broth to add some real heartiness to the salad. I really love having a warm grain in a salad. For building the salad, I just started out with some arugula. You can use any greens that you like. Then a scoop of the farro while it's still warm, and a handful of chickpeas, which I just got from a can of chickpeas. I just drained and rinsed them first. And then to make this more of a Greek salad, I chopped up some Kalamata olives. I love olives, so I added a lot, and also some cherry tomatoes, and I actually quartered them, so they are very tiny. And then for the dressing, I just made a really quick tahini dressing because it goes really well with all the other ingredients in this salad. I didn't really use any measurements, but I pretty much used, I'd say, about a tablespoon and a half of tahini, a little spoonful of minced garlic, about a half a tablespoon of olive oil, salt and pepper, and then probably an equal amount of lemon juice to tahini. Then just give it a shake and honestly adjust it to taste. If you want it more liquidy, maybe add some more olive oil or some more lemon juice. And to finish off the salad, I added some Follow Your Heart Parmesan cheese. But if any of you guys know of a good vegan feta cheese, feel free to let me know. Or maybe like a homemade vegan feta cheese, because that would be absolutely perfect with this salad. A little later in the afternoon, I had a guava kombucha from GT. This is one of my favorite flavors, but these are pretty large bottles, so I tend to split them in between 2 days or take like all day to finish it. For dinner on this night, I made pizza with this plain pizza dough. You could also buy a frozen pizza crust, that would work really well. But this is a really fun activity to do during this period of time. And honestly, pizza from home is so delicious. I actually chopped up the vegetables I wanted to put on the pizza and cooked them first, since the pizza doesn't go in the oven for very long. I just topped it with some Trader Joe's pizza sauce that was being sold right next to the dough when I bought it. Some vegan cheese from Follow Your Heart. This is the mozzarella, but I believe I also put on some Parmesan, and then the mushrooms and zucchini that I roasted, some sun-dried tomatoes that are canned in oil. And what's really nice about these is that they kind of release that oil as it cooked, and this pizza was so delicious. Good date night activity, because you can really customize it to be your own. You can make 2 mini pizzas. Friday morning, I had some toast again, but this time with a cara cara orange on the side and some creamy almond butter. These are my favorite kind of oranges, and I've been trying to eat more fruit lately, which you might be able to tell from this video. I just normally wouldn't buy fruit that often because it goes bad, but since I've been spending so much time at home, I have more time to eat it. Then for lunch, I made another little Greek salad using the leftover salad dressing and chickpeas and farro that I had. This ended up making enough salads for 3 days worth, which was really great when I was busy working and wanted a healthy lunch but didn't want to have to make anything. Then as a snack, I had some grapes and some Trader Joe's popcorn with herbs and spices. I love this popcorn. As you can see, the bag is like practically empty. Had the rest of my kombucha for a happy hour Zoom. And then, like I said, I was on a Zoom call, so I didn't have time to make dinner, and I ate the leftover pizza, which was just as good as the night before. Microwave it first, and then put it on a griddle or like on a hot pan, so it tastes like it's freshly made again. On to Saturday. Saturday for me is pretty much always a filming day because there is no construction, no gardeners, it's really quiet, and so I tend to eat avocado toast or something really quick in the morning. So that's what I had along with some grapes, and I actually made this chai with a powder concentrate instead of a liquid concentrate because I ran out of that one. They're both good. I'll link them both below. It's really just up to personal preference. And then for lunch, I kind of combined 2 of the lunches from this video by taking the base of my salad and just adding a Dr. Praeger's veggie burger on top, along with some sauteed mushrooms, some chopped up avocado, and some more spicy mustard and salad dressing on top. And this was really tasty and super easy to make since, like I said, I was really busy on this day. And then for dinner, I was planning on making a vegan chili because I saw Rohini Elise here on YouTube make a vegan chili that looked amazing, and it had sweet potatoes and black beans. So I wanted to make it, but I didn't have all the ingredients. So I kind of freestyled a chili recipe, starting out with a red onion and just sauteing that, then adding 2 cloves of garlic and 2 diced sweet potatoes that I peeled and cut really tiny. And then I added in some spices. I added in cumin, what did I add? Cumin, paprika, and chili powder. Then I added in an entire carton of vegetable broth, and although this one says that it is hearty, it doesn't have a ton of flavor to it. So I added in some tomato paste just to kind of add to the tomatoey-ness of a chili, but I didn't have crushed tomatoes in a can, so that was kind of my substitution for that. But for some reason, the chili still didn't feel like a chili. It didn't feel like heavy. So I took these steamed lentils from Trader Joe's, which are basically just pre-cooked lentils, or just cooked lentils in a pan on the side on the stove. So that was the soup. A little bit chaotic, to be honest, but it did work and it was good. I just probably would follow a chili recipe next time. On the next day, I made a little bit of a brunch spread because it was Sunday and I was cooking for myself and Danny since we are quarantined together. I made some breakfast potatoes in the air fryer, and I've actually featured this recipe in a vlog before, so I'll just link it above and you can check it out if you want the specific instructions. But it's one of my favorite things that I have discovered my air fryer can make quite well. So we had those along with some sourdough avocado toast and the berries, and it was really nice because we definitely really miss going out to brunch together. So next I just need to nail a really good veggie breakfast burrito, since that used to be one of my favorite things to get. For lunch, I had another bowl of the chili that I made yesterday because, you know, I had so much of it, I had to eat through it. Then for dinner, I felt like making a large batch of my very comforting vegan creamy marinara sauce. This is one of my most popular recipes that both you guys make and my close friends make, and it is on my Instagram highlight that is titled Cooking if you want the screenshots of the recipe. And I usually roast some veggies in the oven while I prepare the sauce because the sauce itself is very thick and very heavy, and so it's nice to have some veggies to kind of break it up. But it's really easy to make. You just need olive oil, some chopped onion, some garlic, tomato paste, and full fat coconut milk. And then another tip is definitely to add a half a cup to a cup of pasta water right before you add your strained noodles into the sauce, because it will really help the pasta bind. Then I just plated it and added my oven roasted veggies along with some jarred artichoke hearts, and of course some vegan Parmesan cheese and some nutritional yeast. You can also add some breadcrumbs on top and toast it a little bit. There's a ton of different ways to top this recipe, make it your own. You can do a ton of things to it, but what's nice is that it only uses jarred ingredients for the most part, and overall this recipe comes together in about 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, that is the entirety of what I eat in a week during quarantine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was seriously a long one. I feel like I've been talking for 3 hours, but I hope you enjoyed it. I also just wanted to say that however you are feeling and however you are eating during this time is completely normal and fine. You do not need to use this quarantine to be productive or lose weight or get abs. That is so irrelevant. Take care of yourself, whatever that means to you. Eat what makes you feel good and makes you feel strong and makes you feel happy. And if that is banana bread every day, that is completely and totally fine. I've seen far too many people pushing some really upsetting narratives during this time, and I just wanted to put that out there because I would never want you to think that of me. So yeah. This is everything I ate. If you make any of my recipes or any of the recipes that I mention, feel free to tag me on Instagram in your story or send me a tweet. I really love to see it. Someone is now starting construction, but honestly, we haven't heard it this entire time. So like, I'm chilling. I don't care. I filmed this for like 2 hours. Go off. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye guys.